Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to your continuing coverage of the defense, who brought to you and organized by joinDOTA, commentated by Toshley and sponsored by Razor and BenQ. Yes, indeed, we will be continuing on with the group stages, jumping straight into the captain's draft. We have a very popular, very well-known, very, what's the word? A team that absolutely everyone from within the Dota 2 scene loves. Their team members consisting of very hilarious people indeed. They hail from the land of Germany. They are playing on the Radiant side. Yes, indeed, they are the team of Mousesports, ladies and gentlemen. They are going up from a team hailing from the land of Ukraine. They go by the name of Dera. Their captain art style, I believe, was a former member of Na'Vi. They're a very solid team that have provided on many occasions some very solid play. And if we have a look over at their avatars, once again, they still haven't quite got it underworked. Of course, in a few games ago, the last game with Dera that we saw, I believe their name was Azer, with a question mark on the end because one of them hadn't uploaded their avatars. Well, it's gotten even worse. The order isn't correct, and now two members of Dera have nothing in their avatar. So it's not looking much like Razor, it's just Az, with two question marks this time, so they're extra uncertain about as to what Az means. I have no idea. I'm sure they have no idea. I'm sure Razor's going to call them up and go, "What the hell are you doing, god damn it, you idiots?" Nevertheless, let's have a look at the draft thus far, jumping straight into the draft, as I said several times. Blah, 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 blah. Let's go straight in. Mousesports banning out Lycan, banning out Leshrac, and taking out that Chen, with Dera responding to that with a Darkseer, Broodmother, and of course an Enchantress. And the first pickup for Dera is going to be that very powerful hero that goes by the name of Prophet. This is going to give them some fantastic jungling ability, some fantastic defense as they can continue to either push lanes or defend them with relative ease, and of course give the team of Dera a little bit of global control in the form of, well, Prophet can teleport anywhere. Maybe what was looking like a gank for Mousesports turned into them dying horribly, because suddenly it went from 2 versus 1 to 2 versus 2. With Prophet jumping in at full HP, it tipped the scales just that little bit. So a little bit of global control to come out of him. However, Mousesports' composition thus far is very powerful. We have Enigma and we have an SK. So we have pretty much the best jungler in the game, which is going to give them a little bit of a golden XP advantage towards the early and mid stages of the game. But the most important part are the two ultimates that those two heroes respectively have: Black Hole and Epicenter. Now, these are fantastic teamfight abilities. Of course, you have the Black Hole. You know what it does. It causes death, in a sense. It's a big AoE stun, as I like to see it, a big AoE disable. And you combine that with an Epicenter to come in from the SK. It's going to be horrible to deal with for the team of Dera. If they get caught out, it will be the end of them. It will be an easy rampage for whichever one's lucky enough to get the last hit, probably the SK. The Epicenter does an awful lot of damage, and we also have two disables to come out of those heroes. Dera's next couple of pickups going to be Windrunner, going to be the Night Stalker. These two are very good pickups because those three heroes are very squishy, and if you put a Night Stalker in there, he can start running around, he can start killing them, let them have a little bit of trouble getting their levels up, and this is probably exactly what Dera want to achieve with that Night Stalker. And of course, Windrunner, solid hero all round, has some stuns, has some counter push abilities. She's a fantastic hero, probably most likely going to be playing the role of support, fairly standard. And the third pickup to come in from Mousesports is a great one indeed, Shadow Demon. So we have two really reliable disables, and then we have the Malphite stun to come out of the Enigma. Not quite as reliable since it ticks on and off, but it's still a great stun nonetheless. And those three heroes synergize together perfectly, and it's going to mean trouble for Dera. Whoever lanes against, say, the SK and the Shadow Demon, they're going to have a hard time. The Dera's next ban is, it's pretty obvious, Conquer. We know Mousesports love to play that Conquer. We've seen it several times in several tournaments where they've played Conquer and Shadow Demon in, say, the middle lane, and they went through hell. Because there are very few heroes that can stand up against. Puck and the Brewmaster are really the only ones that come to mind. Brewmaster has the tank ability needed to stand up against the Torrent, the Disruption, Torrent, and then Curse. Well, Curse, then Torrent. Does a lot of damage. And Puck, of course, has many abilities to escape damage, does fantastic against that combination. The next ban out from Dera going to be the Morphling, with Mouse responding to that with a Venomancer, or rather the other way around. Venomancer getting taken out, Morphling going to be the fifth member to be taken out. Morphling's a pretty understandable one to be removed, because we have plenty of heroes from Mousesports that can disable, but not that many that can do damage. Aside from, say, the ultimate from Sand King, there's not really anyone that can do reliable amounts of damage. That's what the Morphling will form. The Waveform does a nice chunk of damage and a nice AoE, but there's also right-click damage to come out of him, and Mousesports need some right-click, reliable right-click damage, because they're not going to get many kills if they're just all disables. I mean, disables are great if you can stun someone for 10 seconds, but there's not much point if you don't have the damage to kill them. The fifth and final banner going to be taken out by Mousesports is going to be that of the Lich. I'm not entirely sure what to say about that. He's a pretty friggin' solid support hero. Bane's going to be the next one to be picked up by Dara. I don't think I've seen a game with Bane in it for a while, so definitely looking forward to this. Provides another disable for the team of Dara. And Dara having, they've got a reasonable amount. We've got the Sprout to come out of the Prophet, however that can be countered very easily with just some Tangos, a very cheap pickup, which will be well worth it when you eat your way through his Sprout. We of course have the Shackle to come in from the Windrunner. We have a nice Slow to come out of that Void, and of course we have the Sleep to come from that Bane, and his ultimate, which is pretty much it's horrible, let's just call it that. Very long single target disable indeed. But Mousesports' lineup is still, they need someone to deal damage, and here's a person to deal damage. We also have another stun to come in from Mousesports. Of course, that arrow can be chained up with the disruption so easily. And Mirana's capable of dealing out a good amount of right-click damage. She can carry relatively well, so she's a pretty good pickup for the team of Mousesports. She will be able to deliver the right-click damage that Mousesports need. As for Dara's fifth and final pickup, what do they want to supplement what they have? Invoker's still in the mix, actually. Invoker, powerful hero, still hasn't been banned, still hasn't been picked. And Invoker going up against Mousesports' team composition thus far would be pretty good, especially if you go Quas Wex, because Mousesports are very reliant on mana thus far. All of their heroes, with the exception of Mirana, or even Mirana wants mana for arrows and starfalls and so forth, but they need mana. And if you can initiate, if they're coming at you, if the team of Mousesports is coming at you and you initiate with a tornado followed with an EMP, they're not going to be initiating on you because all of a sudden they have no mana. And Invoker is going to be the next pickup for Dara. It's pretty friggin' obvious. Dara like to play Invoker. They're very good with Invoker. So it's, you know, fairly, it's standard. It's understandable. Most likely going to be going Quas Wex. Exort Quas would also be good as well. It will provide Forge Spirits for pushing, as well as a little bit of global presence in the form of that Sunstrike. We already have a good amount of global presence to come out of Dara, of course. We have the Prophet that can teleport anywhere. We have the Night Stalker that's so goddamn fast, he may as well have global presence because he'll be there in the next couple of seconds if he's, say, in the middle lane. Then we, of course, have the Sunstrike to come in from the Invoker. So if someone's getting ganked, it's just 2 versus 1, as I mentioned before. Invoker might just appear, and then all of a sudden Night Stalker will be there because it's fast as hell. And then you'll have a Sunstrike land, which will take a big chunk of someone's HP out. So you have to think twice about ganking as Mousesports. And this is a very good composition to go up against what Mousesports has, because they're all about ganking. They're all about stunning someone for a long period of time and getting the kill. And having heroes that can reinforce very quickly, such as a Prophet, such as the Night Stalker, is pretty friggin' solid, as well as people that can give a bit of artillery support, assistance, damn it, in the form of that Invoker. And Mousesports, they probably, for their fifth pickup, they probably want someone that can deal some damage. I'm thinking Queen of Pain, maybe someone that can... We have good right-click damage, but some spell damage would be good. Queen of Pain would be a pretty friggin' solid pickup, I feel, for Mousesports thus far. You blink, you scream, and then you ulti. We've already got other abilities to hold people in place. You just need some damage. And while Mirana can do a bit of right-click damage towards the early stages of the game, the right-click damage from her won't be that great, but the spells coming from a Queen of Pain would be fantastic. Taking a look at Earthshaker is going to be the next pickup for Mousesports. I don't think they need this many disables. In fact, I think this will put Mousesports in some problems because they don't have that much damage. They've got a lot of disables. They've got some good AoE. They've got some good AoE with like Epicenter, Black Hole, and of course Echo Slam, but they don't have that much damage. So how's this going to go? I mean, you disrupt, then you Burrow Strike, then you Fissure. Who's going to... I mean, they're not going to die very fast. They're going to take... We won't be able to right-click them down. It'll take 2... What the hell? Sand King's missing body parts for some strange reason. This happens every now and then. I think it has to do when they're updating the models in preference for cosmetic items. But nevertheless, let's have a look at who is playing who. We have Black playing as that Mirana. 1437 taking the role of that Shadow Demon. Cover with me playing as the Earthshaker. We have Sing Sing playing as that Enigma. And then we have the man with the missing body parts. Sexy Bamboo playing as that, good lord, that SK. Now taking a look over at Dara's side, we have Artstyle taking up the role of that Night Stalker. G playing as that Invoker. We have M playing as a Windrunner with Feed taking up the role of Bane. And last but by no means least, the Prophet being played by Go. And looking at the lane, seems we're going to have Night Stalker mid. Invoker, Invoker, he's going to have a hell of a bad time against this. They are absolutely going to have to swap. Because Invoker, he doesn't have escape ability, and he's going Exhort, which means he doesn't have tank ability or stay ability in the lane. He's going to die horribly going against this lineup, and we are absolutely going to have to see Dara swap. Seems we're going to have Bane. Maybe Bane will come to babysit him up top. That will help out. Looks like Night Stalker obviously going to be going mid, and down the bottom we'll have Windrunner taking the off lane, with of course Prophet in the jungle. Is that a different beard? I'm not sure if that's the same or different. It looks very flowy, more flowy than usual. So it seems Bane will be going mid alongside Night Stalker. Night Stalker going to secure himself the first rune of the game, going to be that of a haste. This could allow for a potential gank. Currently the team of Mousesports waiting at the top lane for the Invoker to push himself too far forward. Is it going to happen? I don't think so. He's probably aware that how easily he could die, especially with the heroes that Mousesports have. But the thing I'm worried about with Mousesports is, again, they've got the power to gank, but Dara have the power to reinforce, and Mousesports don't have the damage they needed to kill someone that they're currently locking down. And Dara could come in and reinforce and defend, maybe even kill members of Mousesports. Fish are going to land already, but the Invoker's just going to walk away. And very quickly, I think we're going to see Invoker swap. He cannot get near this. If he goes anywhere in this area, he's going to get stunned. He'll be disrupted. Then he'll follow with either a Fisher or say... And it looks like the team of Dara want to press the issue. Oh, maybe we're actually just swapping. Yeah, we're just swapping. So Bane going to rotate Bane and Night Stalker. Rotate to top. Invoker go to middle. This is obvious. Invoker's going to have hell if he stays up here. But Night Stalker and Bane will be able to combat this... all in an alright fashion. They won't be able to get that many last hits, but they should be able to do an alright job. They've got tank ability. If someone gets disrupted, well, Bane's here to reinforce. Looking at the lanes of Mousesports, of course, we have this very aggressive tri-lane up top. Shadow Demon, Earthshaker, and of course that Mirana. And over here, the mid, we have Enigma going solo. And down the bottom, we have SK taking the... Pause. And here, of course, we have SK going up solo against this Windrunner. Both of these heroes are probably... I'm not sure who's going to come out ahead. I have a feeling SK is going to have a difficult time because Windrunner's range, SK isn't. But we have to remember the Caustic Finale, which has been picked up there by the SK. And what problems is this going to cause? Well, you can hit a couple of creeps, infect them with the Caustic Finale, and then all of a sudden Windrunner thinks, easy last hit. Right click, bang, suddenly I've taken damage. So both of these guys are probably going to spend most of the game harassing each other. As to who's going to pick the first one up, the first kill down here, we'll have to wait and see. But whoever picks up that first kill is going to start flying ahead, and then the other person's going to get zoned out that little bit. Why isn't the last hits and denies up? Who knows? Wait, it already was in the order that I like it in. It looks like the pause is going to end momentarily. It's always fantastic when that happens. Long pauses are never a good thing, ladies and gentlemen. As the game resumes, we have not much going on, actually. We've yet to take true advantage of this aggressive tri-lane at top. We haven't picked up any kills, despite the power that they have. I'm getting a little bit of frame rate lag, by the way. I'm having this bug lately where the frame rate just drops to nothing, and I have a feeling it's going to occur very soon. Hopefully it'll clean itself up. Maybe I'll just have to restart, turn fraps on and off, stop and start the recording. Currently pulling Creep Wave. Earthshaker is daring. Let's just keep it at that. But I don't think he's in any immediate danger just yet from Dara. In comes a Fisher. We want to try and go on the Night Stalker. We're going to have a disruption to follow. Indeed, we are not. We get locked out by that Fisher. And cannot move in. Just doing a little bit of damage, though, where it can be dealt. Night Stalker moving in once again. Is the disruption going to land? I don't think we're going to commit to it. Or maybe we will. Disruption going to follow, but there are no teammates to reinforce. Is the Fisher going to come in just in time? It does indeed. The curse has landed there on the Night Stalker. Currently trying to right-click him down. Void to land the Shadow Demon. Arrow just barely missing. And the the Furion teleporting in. This is going to be bad for the team of Mousesports. A couple of right-clicks and a Sunstrike takes down the first blood for the team of Dara, being secured there by the Nature's Prophet. And this is the problem. They don't have the damage. Mirana at this early stage of the game can't do that much. The right-click damage from her isn't that great, and we could see it right there. They weren't able to bring that Night Stalker down very rapidly. But then again, we weren't all in position. Mirana was held a very good distance away, and the Earthshaker was very far away as well, and the Shadow Demon was the only one close to the Night Stalker. So maybe if their positioning is just that little bit better, they... hopefully won't die horribly. And since we have a pause going on, I'm going to take this opportunity to just pause and start fraps up again. Hopefully that improves the frame rate. And lo, we have returned. It's worse. Okay, now I've got about 5 frames per second. Let's try it. Yeah, we're having a bad time. Okay, I think the frame rate may have stabilized. We've got 30 thus far. It looks very smooth. This has been happening a lot since the latest patch. With Fraps, sometimes it just panics and hell breaks loose, and all of a sudden you have 2 frames per second. And even stopping and starting doesn't help. I have no idea what causes it. It's really annoying, needless to say, but thankfully it's yet to happen in any crucial, pivotal team fights or anything like that. It's been not having too much trouble with it. It's just been happening when not much is going on. However, I know eventually it's going to be a big team fight and it doesn't work and so on and so forth. Looks like the pause is going to resume. Nature's Prophet has returned to the game and we will be jumping straight back into the action. Invoker definitely having a much better time at mid. Those conversions will no doubt be causing him a little bit of problems, just, you know, harassing him as much as possible, especially since he's going full Exort, no points into Quas, so he's going to have no survivability in that lane. It means he's very easy to gank. We can already see the damage being dealt, but he's getting last hits, he's getting farm, and that's all that matters. He's doing much better job than he was over at the top lane, where he was just going to get... Hell was going to break loose. And it looks like the team Mousesports looking to come in, but I'm not sure if they really want to commit. We have Earthshaker waiting in position. We're waiting for one member, either Bane or, of course, that Night Stalker to push himself a little bit too far forward for the Fisher to come in place and to trap them on the other side. Definitely have to keep an eye on this top lane. This is where the action is going to unfold, and now might be the moment. The Earthshaker just waiting. The two of them. Here's the Night Stalker. He's caught out. Disruption going to follow, as well as a Curse, and in comes the Fisher. Perfectly timed. The arrow is going to follow right after that, or maybe it isn't. And the Void's going to land there on the Shadow Demon, getting very low. The Night Stalker is. However, Shadow Demon taking a good couple of hits as well. The Sleep landing on the Mirana. Mousesports getting their revenge. Shadow Demon getting his revenge, as we can hear him cackling around. In the meantime, exchanging right clicks here. Windrun going down. Both sides will be A-okay, exchanging a few right clicks, but ultimately... absolutely fine. But that was a nicely done gank. They did have the damage as we saw right there. Plenty of damage, and we look like we're going to go again. Disruption to land there on the Bane, as well as the Curse. Right click damage is coming in the Fisher, as well as the arrow. One right click for the Brain Sap, bringing his health back up, and the Shadow Demon takes a fall, taking hits from the tower. And currently going on the Bane, very low in HP, but popping that healing salve with the protection of the tower. In comes the Sunstrike, but turning around with the salve in hand, not having to worry about losing health. Very lucky Mirana, I have to say. And it looks like SK, Windrunner getting very low in HP as well. Earthshaker still hiding in the sidelines, waiting for that perfect Fisher. This is going to be the death of him eventually if he keeps holding these bad positions. I mean, they're good positions, but Dara know that he's there, and eventually they probably will go for a gank. For a gank on him, rather. Illusion Rune being secured here by the Windrunner. Sorry, my brain farted for the moment. This could be bad for the SK. In comes the damage, right-clicking him down. However, the SK doesn't give a toss, and the Caustic Finale finishing off those illusions very rapidly. But Windrunner's so low in HP, I don't want to glance away from this lane at all. And Fraps is having slowdowns once again. Hopefully we'll have an update in this version, and all these problems will be fixed at a relatively quick rate. Knight's going to roll around very soon for this Night Stalker. Meanwhile, the team of Mousesports are looking for a rogue member, and there might be the Fury, and in comes the Fisher. But the damage is not enough. Again, in the meantime, Windrunner taking a kill on the SK down the bottom lane, but the damage is just not enough. We got a Fisher down, but it didn't matter in the slightest. Neither of those two heroes could deal any form of right-click damage or spell damage in order to do the damage that needed to be done to take a kill on that Furion. If Mirana was there, things could have been different. In the meantime, I hear a disruption landing down on someone. Where the hell is it? The sounds are all wrong. Here, going here on the Night Stalker once again. The Curses landed as well. The Fisher went down as well, and they're currently trying to block him. Very nicely done. However, Bane coming in from the behind. Sunstrike going to land as well, and the Shadow Demon takes a fall. So low in HP, 87 HP on the Night Stalker, and now the Earthshaker has to run. Cold Snap going to drop on him as well, and a couple of right clicks will take him down. And this is what I'm talking about. Reinforcements come in so fast for Dara, but then again, we had nice positioning from them, so it wasn't exactly at the same level. But trying to go for a gank, we've got a bit of global control to come in. We've got Furion. Did Furion was even... Yeah, I think he was part of that fight. Picking up a regen rune for him, going to allow him to just jump straight back into the jungle and get to farming. 1300 in the bank, so he's got the option. He's probably going to go straight for a Hand of Midas by the looks of it, having those gloves of haste in his hand right now. Built by a recipe for 1900, and hello Hand of Midas, allowing you to get a bit of extra farm, bit of extra XP, and pull yourself ahead, hopefully. 7-minute Hand of Midas it will most likely be. Power shot going down. But both sides backing off thus far. And again, we're seeing lots of problems with Mousesports. They've just got too much gank. And not enough right click. Towards the later stages of the game, it will tip in favor. I mean, Mirana will get a good amount of right click damage and will finally someone just die? SK just took a fall down the bottom lane. It seems, of course, the nighttime for the Night Stalker allows him to jump around, is most likely looking for a kill here on the Enigma. This is going to be problematic for Mousesports. Another kill for them in hand. We have pushing himself way too far forward. The Enigma is. The Earthshaker is going to close in, or rather the Invoker is going to close in as well. In it comes. Void going to land, but the nice Fisher to land down and trapping them on the opposing time. Alpha stunned to land there on the Night Stalker, and he's unable to be able to get that kill. Not able to be able to get that kill. That sounds really wrong. It just doesn't roll off the tongue well. It sounds like I said something wrong. But nevertheless, Night Stalker still looking around, making his way to the bottom lane. Looks like we want to give it a possibly do some damage to the top tower. Maybe we're just looking for the jungle for any rogue member of the team of Mousesports. And it could be the Earthshaker. It could be the Enigma. Or it could be this SK. You remember, Night Stalker very low. We have Burrow Strike. We have a lot of damage that can come out of him. Burrow Strike and the Epicenter is going to come in too. This is going to be an easy pickup for the Night Stalker. For the SK rather. Night Stalker taking a fall. This is a very good time for him to fall because it is nighttime. This is a time where he should be killing people, not getting killed. Windrunner and Earthshaker are going to meet up, exchange a couple of right clicks, try and get the shackle down, as we saw there. In the meantime, Sunstrike, Shadow Demon taking a fall once again. Over at the top lane. Shadow Demon's dying quite a few times, in fact. Looking at his levels, only level 3 thus far. Not looking particularly good for him thus far. And looks like the team of Dara looking to either pick up a gank or push down this bottom lane. And SK is going to get caught the hell out of position if he stays in that secret shop. But he's very wise, not wandering into the side shop, sorry. And he should ultimately be fine. Nice positioning to come in for the Night Stalker. We're waiting for the opportune moment. Is it going to happen? We'll have to wait and see. And if SK pushes himself too far forward, which he's doing, Shackle to the creep, and the Sunstrike going to come down as well. Void going to land, and one more right click. Sandstorm has come down, but it doesn't matter. The Power Shot's going to be off cooldown in a moment. Trying to run a Burrow Strike into the trees, and he's going to try and TP out. Fantastic escape. But is it going to... Oh, the power... Not enough time indeed, and the Power Shot takes a kill right there. Easy pickup for the Windrunner for the team of Dara. Taking a gander at the gold, we have a 1500 goddammit gold advantage for the team of Dara, and the XP is relatively the same, a little bit further than 2000. Closing in on 2500, I'd say, in the XP department. The team of Mousesports going to sit back, defend this bottom tower as it gets close to coming down. In the meantime, Bane moving in, but the conversions here doing a nice bit of scouting, spotting out the Bane moving in from the side, and pretty much having the Enigma narrowly escape death. We have to remember, Fiend's Grip is up on the Bane, and this is easy ganking power for the team of Mousesports, for the team of Dara, rather. You could easily say, kill this Shadow Demon, and it looks like they want to go for the Enigma, but he's backed off back into the jungle. And these two are probably going to continue to hunt for him. They don't want to let him get away because it is a very easy kill. He's currently near the medium camp, the safest medium camp thus far, and he's going to get caught out. Night Stalker moving in on him. In comes the Void, and he's currently silent, so no Maleficent stun to come out, just right-clicking him down with the damage being enough. Sunstrike to land, Izzy just barely misses. Nature's Prophet ulti to come down. Healing Stab going to try and heal him up. He's going to tower dive, and Bane's coming in to join the fray. Brain Sap's going to come in, and easy-peasy pickup for the team of Dara. Sand King's there, TPing in, trying to provide reinforcements, but he might get himself killed as well. Remember, Fiend's Grip is off cooldown, and here it comes, and in comes the Night Stalker, but the Fisher to come down from the God damn it, Cold Snap to come down. Nice Burrow Strike to land there from the team of Mousesports, picking up a nice kill there, right on the Night Stalker. Mirana taking a kill there as well. Shackle the Power Shot, landing there on the SK. And currently pursuing his target. Is he going to catch up? I don't think so. Mirana also picked up a kill on the Bane at that moment. That was a nice little engagement. And SK still going in. Burrow Strike to Epicenter. And Ghost Walking, is it going to be enough? I don't think so. And despite the Ghost Walk being up, easy kill for the SK. Using that Epicenter whenever it's off cooldown, using it to secure 2 kills. In the meantime, this top lane has a nice bit of momentum. Furion trying to do as much damage to it as possible. The Treants are here to reinforce and is about to bring more to the fray. And defense has to roll in, and in it comes. Nice Fisher to come down. Disruption is going to follow, as well as a curse. No curse yet, but the Disruption and the Purge has landed down. Once that ends, in comes the Disruption, in comes the curse, and now comes the damage. And ladies and gentlemen, Furion trying to port out, but it's not enough. Meantime, Shadow Demon, Brain Sap going to land down as well to sleep at Arrow just chaining up there, with the Sunstrike taking a kill there on the Shadow Demon, but the Bane will pay for it, and the Starfaller easily picking up the kill right there. 2 kills for the team of Mousesports for 1. I say it's a nice little trade-off. However, SK going to take a fall down the bottom. Shackle to Power Shot, easy kill right there, and they might transition and just take this bottom tower. No defenses here. 2 members of Mousesports are dead. They're over the top lane. Looks like we're going to go for a trade. Dara going to take bottom, Mousesports going to take top. Is it going to be worth it? We'll have to wait and see. This tower's going to easy fall. Fortification going to go up. Both towers are going to fall. Nice fortification to go down here on the bottom tower as well. Reinforcements could come in to try and deny, but they would probably pay for it with their life if they attempted to do such a thing. Both towers on both sides falling at approximately at the same time. Meanwhile, Invoker pushing himself towards this middle tower and getting very close to the level 4 Quas and, of course, that Exhort, meaning that he has those glorious, glorious Forge Spirits to help push the enemies down. Hunter of the Night being dropped right there. Is that what it's called? I don't think that's what it's called. Darkness, of course. The ulti brings nighttime. Looks like we're going to go for a gank. Is it going to happen? Well, again, we'll have to wait and see. Mirana almost getting caught out by Bane right there. Ulti's still off cooldown, so we have to be very careful of that. Night Stalker, oh, they're just illusions. Spending a bit of time in their jungle. Night Stalker's not too far away, however. And it looks like he wants to go on this SK. We have Windrunner down here as well to reinforce it. The Shackle going to come down. Nice, fantastic Shackle going on the creep right there. Dust of Appearance to make sure he doesn't escape. Reinforcements coming in the form of that Shadow Demon. Disruption to land. And the SK, I think the damage will be too much. Nice Borrow Strike, actually missing everyone completely. Using that Sandstorm to try and escape as much death. Purge to land there on the Night Stalker. The Fisher to come in and a Black Hole to pick up both of the heroes, as well as the Echo Slab. Too much damage for the team of Dara to handle, and a couple more right clicks will take down this Windrunner. Cursor land, and the Starfall takes the final kill. Trading 1 for 2 once again, a nice little trade for the team of Mousesports, pulling themselves ahead. After those last couple engagements, we have the gold advantage, just a 1k advantage in favor of Videra, and a 2k, slightly over 2k in terms of the experience. So Mousesports are doing a good job at catching up as of this moment. Enigma currently having a mech in hand. This is going to be great in the next upcoming team fight without... needless to say. Sunstrike just barely missing on the Earthshaker right there, and the Prophet ulti not doing enough damage that it needs. Earthshaker is going to very wisely back off to base before he dies a horrible, horrible death. Invoker working his way, in fact, just securing himself a 4-star, going to give him a great ability to escape bad situations, as well as put himself into good engagement situations in a very rapid manner. It looks like Nature's Prophet possibly going for the same thing. He was going for... I doubt it would be going for Aghanims. Could be going... I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. You go Aghanims this early in the game, it just seems silly. A lot of the times you wouldn't go Aghanims at all. Sergi? Okay. I think that's one of the names of the members of Dara. And they have Windrunner working away. She already has a mech. Actually has enough for the mech. Buckler as well. So mech's going to be the next pickup for the team of Windrunner. So both sides going to have mechanisms. Night Stalker, not sure what he's working his way towards. Might just be getting that health boost for the health. Could be going into a Vanguard as well. We'll have to wait and see. But both sides backing off, just farming for the little bit, neither wanting to engage. However, Dara might be thinking to push this middle lane, do a little bit of pushing to the bottom lane. The team of Mousesports are defending all three. The top lane having a little bit of momentum for their side. And looks like Mousesports want to press the issue. Smoke ain't going to go out. We're going to look for an easy kill, and it could be this Invoker. But reinforcements, as we can see, are very close by. It will not be an easy kill to pick up. And looks like we're going to rotate to mid and push this lane. We have a Windrunner here, as well as Invisibility Ward for the Sand King, allowing him to get the perfect initiation. But when running away, she senses things are up. I'm going to channel into that Epicenter, going to easily pick up mech, going to go down. But the Epicenter not doing quite enough damage. Fiend Grips to land on this SK, as well as the Invoker Sunstrike. Sleep to land on the Enigma. This is going to be bad for him as soon as that sleep ends. And here it comes. Void going to land down. Mech going to go out. It's not enough. And TP coming in from the Furion. One more right-click, Sprout to land. No tangos to eat his way through, but he uses the Midnight Pulse. Very wisely done. I think he just saved that experience point for that. Going to try and TP out. Is he going to be able to escape? They see him right there, and the damage is not enough. He easily gets out of there. Very nicely done by the team of Mousesports. Only losing one in that engagement, and they still picked up the Windrunner. That could have been an awful lot worse, but they turned it around and kept it an even trade. Dara, however, are still doing very nicely thus far. Got good amount of farm, got good amount of items. Looking at the last hits, fairly comparable actually. Rana not really having as many last hits as desired. Enigma having plenty. Looking over at Furion side, lots for him, lots for the Invoker, as well as that Windrunner. Night Stalker doesn't have too many, but of course he has those 3 kills, which is going to bring that golden XP up just that little bit more, despite the lack of last hits. So Dara definitely pulling currently ever so slightly ahead, and we're looking for a gank. Mousesports is Purge to land there, Sleep to go on the Bane, and Sleep to go... excuse me. Shadow Demon taking a fall there from the Power Shot, and we're currently going on the Earthshaker. Are we going to be able to do it? We are not indeed. Did Fisher go down? Who are we going on? I have no idea. I heard a Fisher land. Oh well. Commentary has been a little bit sloppy over these past couple of days. Not entirely sure. My brain's just freezing up and being completely and utterly unable to. For some reason, I just keep forgetting Sunstrikes. Like, how do I say that word Sunstrike? Ah, maybe it's just... Who knows? Who knows? No excuses, ladies and gentlemen. I have to clean my act up. I'm not sure exactly what either team want to do at this moment. As mentioned a few moments ago, we're both sitting back. Neither team quite... We're just sort of farming up. Neither team wanting to quite push the lane. We saw Mousesports try to take an engagement there. Not exactly favoring taking their favor. However, they didn't lose anyone. Meantime, Void going down. I think it was just on a creep. I think we're fine on both departments. Mirana pushing herself forward, however. But she does have that leap to easily escape from any bad situations that she might run into. Assuming she doesn't get stunned. Necro Book in hand for the Nature's Prophet. Very early Necro Book indeed. Looks like we're going to go full push for the team of Dara. Winona and Bane looking around, trying to scout around for an easy kill, but looks like we're not going to find such a thing. Spend some time at the secret shop. Let's go back to the lane. The team of Mousesports are all the way at bottom. Everyone trying to push this lane out, pick up this tier 1 tower that stands at the bottom lane. And they might be able to secure it, but the team of Dara are in to reinforce very rapidly. Fury and ulti teleporting through. Bouncing through, rather. And SK dodging that tower hit very nicely. Mech charge going to be used up, reinforce and bolster the creep wave, and this is going to be their time to try and take this tower. And it will fall very easily. Will a deny try and come in? It seems they're not even going to try and deny, because they have to worry about that Shadow Demon and his disruption to initiate, which would be an easy kill for the team of Mousesports. And this is problematic for Dara, because they have to all engage at once. If they don't, one of them is going to get caught out, and they're just simply going to die, which is going to make engagement even easier for the team of Mousesports. Power Shot going through, going to try and do a bit of damage, clean out the creep wave, and force the team of Mousesports to retreat. However, they brought this tier 3 tower, about a quarter of the health of this tier 2 tower. In the meantime, the tier 1 tower over the middle lane has been taking some damage, very low on HP thus far. It's actually in deny range thus far at the moment. Echo Slam being used to clear out the creep waves. Why not? Are they going to get a deny in this tower? I think they should. It would be beneficial. But the Night Stalker wants to get the last hit on it. Isn't going to happen. Burrow Strike is barely missing there on the Night Stalker. Moving in for that last hit, the stun to come in, deny coming in, and a nice power shot as well. Echo Slam to come in, and of course that glorious Sunstrike. Fiend's Grip to land there on the SK, which is an easy pickup for the team of Dara. 2 kills for them and a tower. The tower did fall. They didn't get the last hit on it. It was denied. In the meantime, 1437 being caught out. Disruption going to land. Enigma joining the fray as well, trying to give a bit of reinforcement. The Fury still continuing to try and zone in on him. Mech going to go out. Sleep and the Shackle not latching at all, but the Cold Snap and a few right clicks causes that Shadow Demon to pop. Malphus stun there on the Bane. Very low HP on that Nature's Prophet. However, Sexy Bambo is in no position to try and reinforce. Actually, that's Sing Sing. Normally see Bambo play the role of that Enigma. However, it seems Sing Sing's taking it up today for whatever reason. Nope, no, okay, everything... Let's try it again, okay. Stop and start fraps and everything fixes itself up, yes indeed, and we can jump straight back in the game. Enigma having a Blink Dagger in hand, allowing him to get into that great position rather, to go for a black hole. Elven Skin is the ultimate orb. Are we building into... Looks like we're going to build into a Manta style for the Mirana. Yes indeed. Night Stalker securing himself a Vanguard. I'm pushing out this bottom lane. SK making his way down there. Make sure it doesn't get pushed all the way out. Both teams spending their time relatively away. Fury going to TP back to base by the looks of it. Picking himself up. More Necronomicon books. Yes, indeed. He already has a level 1. He has 2,500 in the bank. Lots and lots of money for him. Level 3 Necronomicon. We're 20 minutes in the game. Level 3 Necronomicon being secured here. I'm somewhat surprised we're not going for a sheep stick or something for a little bit more team fight control. Forced off in hand for the Windrunner. We have a mech for her as well, as we covered a few moments ago, but no sheep stick for any member of Dara. And a sheep stick's just, it's a good pickup no matter what. Under all circumstances, you can never go wrong with a sheep stick, but instead, Nature's Prophet going straight for a level 3 Necronomicon. Want to try and push as hard as possible. Of course, we've got the Forge Spirits from the Invoker, also doing a nice amount of push. We've got good push to come in from Dara. Counterwarding action indeed going down. For a second, I thought that was another Observer Ward. But neither team really committing or pushing. We're just sitting back and farming just that little bit. Malphus stun on the Forge Spirit, because why the hell not? Incorrectly named Treant as well. And beta is beta, ladies and gentlemen. And the team of Dara are going to use this opportunity to take down Roshan. I'm also getting a lot of frame rate spikes. Drops, rather, not spikes. But as the counter warding goes down, the Dara are going to secure themselves with Roshan. This will be a very easy pickup. However, Mousesports are suspicious of such an occurrence. Sleep going to go down on the Sand King, using the illusions in order to deny it, which is very good. Very smart, rather. The ulti being popped out for the from the Mirana. Nice fish to come through. And now Earthshaker currently on the run. One right click away from death, the one charge at the perfect time. However, I don't think they're going to be able to get away, but a nice mech charge as well, blinking away to safety. But the Void lands and the Earthshaker takes a fall. Disruption to land here on the Night Stalker, and a fantastic Shaggle to land on the Shadow Demon. Meteor coming down, easy pickup for the team of Dara, and they're not ready with that. They're not done with that. But the epicenter is going to come through from this moment, or maybe isn't. I think he blinked away for safety. Enigma immediately pops, unable to get that black hole off because of the stuns. Fiend's Grip on the Mirana. She's going to rapidly drop. Tower diving, don't care in the slightest, and the SK is a sole survivor. And the middle tower over at the tier 2 tower over at mid is going to take a fall. Team of Daryl looking so incredibly strong right now. Fantastic engagement for them. And of course they have the Aegis of Immortality. The Epicenter to blink coming in, as well as the Echo Slam. The damage is a lot, but it's not enough. However, they did use that Aegis. The black hole's coming in. The shackle there on the Enigma as a power shot to follow through. It easily drops down. A cold snap to land on the Earthshaker. A couple of right clicks will be enough to take him down, as well as a Sunstrike, but he just turns around with a nice Fissure to come through. That might be enough to save his skin. And it is indeed. Nice little engagement there for Mousesports, but it obviously was not enough. Dara still picking themselves up many kills. No kills for the hands of Mousesports, but they did use up that Aegis of Immortality, which is of course great. This will give Mousesports, Dara will be forced to retreat and lick their wounds, and Mousesports will have finally a little bit of glorious breathing room for the next few moments. However, it will soon fade away into oblivion as Dara begins to push, and push. I'm somewhat surprised we didn't Epicenter in that bigger cluster. In the meantime, SK about to take a fall. Void to land on him as well. The protection of the tower is not enough, and a few right clicks is enough to take him down. And the top tower has fallen for the team of Mousesports. Dara securing that up easy peasy and picking up a kill while they're at it. They're looking fantastic as of this moment. Counter warrior action coming in from 1437, doing exactly what they should be doing. Yes, indeed. Not going to get caught out, however. But both sides sitting back for the moment. Do we have any sheep stick is the main question I am asking. Drums of War in hand for that Bane. And it looks like we could be going for a sheep stick next on the Windrunner. It looks like it could very well be a possibility. Double damage is going to be secured here by the Bane. We want to utilize this for the next team fight. Bane's right-click damage is not all that significant, however. It would have been more useful on another hero such as Night Stalker, but it's still beneficial nonetheless. And the next one that's going to take a fall is indeed going to be that Mirana. Is the Fiend's Grip off cooldown? It is off cooldown indeed, and Mirana is dead. She is dead. In comes the Fiend's Grip straight to open. Night Stalker as well as a Sunstrike coming in. Invoker picking up the kill right there. Night Stalker not even needed. Dropping so fast. Oh. In the meantime, Invoker picks himself up a double kill over at the bottom lane. Oh, it was just Mirana. But Cold Snap to land down, trying to run his way to safety. But the Malphus stun is a little bit too much. But we have the Cold Snap going out, or rather the invisibility, and immediately pops down the Shadow Demon, earns himself a triple kill, and now we're currently going the Enigma. As a Cold Snap is currently on cooldown. Ice Wall is off cooldown, but he's not in position to put it down just yet. We're going to tower dive. We're going to chase after this Enigma, blinking away to safety, and he should be able to escape. But the tier 2 tower over at the bottom will not have such an easy escape as that Shadow Demon, or rather that Enigma. Getting all these names so wrong. And the tier 2 tower over the bottom will take a fall without a shadow of a doubt. Night Stalker coming in from the behind to reinforce. And the team of Mousesports will have to unify over at this bottom barracks to prevent it from going down. Fissure to come out, weaken the creep wave. Furion's relatively low on HP, being brought down to half, but he's probably not going to find himself in any trouble just yet. And this creep camp, Jesus Christ, it's been stacked, 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 and it's going to be easy XP and gold for the team of Dara. Earthshaker moving in, he's about to die. He's dead. Echo Slam going out, at least he did some damage before he popped. The mech negates that completely. The Hex going to land there on the Enigma. And the Shackle, fantastic Shackle to come in. Shackle to the Shadow Demon, and in comes the damage. But in comes the damage from the SK, but he gets Fiend's Grip almost immediately. The Epicenter able to do absolutely nothing just then, but a Black Hole to pick up every single member of Dara with the exception of that Windrunner, and the Shackle is off cooldown. No Shackle for him to stop that Black Hole, but they don't have the damage that they need to follow that up. And the team of Mousesports were unable to take advantage of that fantastic Black Hole that came in from Sing Sing. What's to do? Someone has a Sheep Stick. Arrow to come in. Mirana getting stunned up. Are they going to be able to do the damage they need to finish her off? Starfall coming down. Sunstrike coming in from somewhere, but the damage is not enough. Wind running away to safety. And the mech's going to be off cooldown in the next couple of moments. And who the hell has a Sheep Stick? Ah, Invoker has a Sheep Stick. Of course, I've got to look at his items. Fish to come down, getting stunned. The Nature's Prophet, and he gets right-click down, taking a fall right there. Finally, Mousesports able to get some kills. Sleep landing on the Mirana a little bit too late, however. And Darrow forced to retreat and lick their wounds. Arrow coming down. Is it going to hit any member? I don't think it will. Oh yeah, I hit a creep. Or maybe it just wore off. The range is not infinite, ladies and gentlemen. Invoker's daring indeed. Going on the Mirana. Hex going to land down. Deafening Blast as well as that Meteor to come in. Cold Snap and a few right clicks will take the kill on Mirana. Trying to leap to the high ground, but 4 staff to follow and 1 right click. Invoker earning himself a godlike right there. And retreating his way to safety. Forge Spirit pulling the creep wave off and using the Forge Spirits to finish them off. Invisibility. They're doing fantastically thus far. Taking a look over at the gold. Closing in on a 20k advantage for the team of Dara. And closing in on a 30k advantage in terms of XP. Dara rocketing ahead. They've got plenty of towers taken down. They've got lots of kills. They're doing fantastically thus far. Tackle coming in there. Power Shot as well as a Sunstrike going to come in. Is the damage going to be enough, however? Fisher to come in. This is going to allow him to TP out. Is it going to be enough? But the ulti combined with just all that right-click damage from the Windrunner is going to take him down. Easy peasy. And the ulti effectively is right-click damage. That was a little bit silly of me, but nevertheless, we'll not worry about it. In the meantime, SK blinking his way to safety. Burrow striking his way to safety, rather. After almost taking a fall over at the top lane. Invoker going to push this middle lane out, with Windrunner going to do the exact same thing. We're pretty much pushing every single lane the team of Dara is. Still haven't managed to secure a barracks, but we're getting awfully close. Especially in the mid. The tower's very low on HP. It's going to be very easy for Dara to secure that if they win the next team fight, which they most likely will. But we did see some close calls. If we had an epicenter when that black hole landed, the entire team of Dara probably would have been dead, and it would have given Mousesports a fantastic position to grasp a hold of this game once again. But alas, it is not the case. Aghanim Scepter being secured here by the Invoker. This is going to allow him to chuck out so many spells that won't even be funny. It'll be very painful for Mousesports to bear down. What they could really use is a pipe, I feel. And Dara could actually use a pipe as well, because we have a lot of AoE, we have a lot of spell damage to come out of them. Lots of AoE spell damage, and a pipe would just counter that perfectly. In the meantime, Nightstalker looking like he's working himself towards a Aghanim Scepter. Almost said BKB for some reason. And Aghanim Scepter just being secured up by him right then and there. Meantime, Dara's not pushing in the slightest. We're just sitting back and farming thus far. And Mousesports thinking to themselves, what are they doing at this moment? They need to stay as a group. They need to not venture out and get themselves killed. Something that they need to do is probably try and pick up some easy kills on high priority targets, such as this Invoker currently alone at the top. If they could get a gank on him, it'd be pretty fantastic. Or say Bane, who's venturing alone into the jungle doing a little bit of warding, counter warding rather. But for the moment, there will be little to nothing going on. Mirana finally securing herself that Manta style. SK, of course, having that blink as we've covered before. Enigma having the mech. Do we have any sheep sticks for the team of Mousesports? I don't think so. Indeed, we do not. And there's very little to speak about at this very moment. something that Mousesports aren't in. I mean, needless to say, Mousesports aren't in a particularly great situation. They really need to be roaming around and trying to pick up easy kills. I feel it's their best way of coming back into this competition. I mean, into this game, because right now they're falling behind pretty significantly. And it looks like they might be thinking exactly that. They know that the Invoker is nearby and looks like they're going to go for a kill. Disruption going to land. Blink to Malphas stun. The Curse going to land down, trying to force stuff to safety. The Malphas just being too much. Ghost Walk, but is stunned, and the Fish are going to follow as well. And will they be able to take him down? I don't think the AoE damage is enough, and he does escape. They don't have any form of detection. This is downright unfortunate. Could have been an easy kill. But alas, lack of detection. They could have used the black hole, but I don't think it would have been worth it. Meanwhile, Roshan has returned to the fray, and while that Invoker was distracting the team of Mousesports, Dera are going to secure themselves a second Aegis of Immortality. As if Nightstalker is not difficult enough to kill already. 2300 HP, ladies and gentlemen. It is not going to be pleasant for the team of Mousesports and their next encounter. And Dera are just going to push. They've got the Aegis. They're thinking, right, let's just go. I mean, let's just kill them. We've got everything we need thus far. We've got plenty of farm. We've got items. We have sheep. We have an assault. He picked up. Okay. Nature's Prophet securing himself the assault curious. Typically not something you see every day. In the meantime, Invoker takes a fall over at the top lane. And there's little defense thus far at this middle lane, but the team is reinforced. The reinforcements are rolling in at a relatively rapid pace. And it seems Dara aren't going to continue to press the issue. They're actually retreating and backing off. It could be due to the fact that Invoker's taken a fall and they want the entire team here. In the meantime, Prophet getting caught out. Fish are going to land as well as a stun. Echo Slam being used as well. Disruption here landing on the Shadow Demon, or rather the Night Stalker. Arrow just barely missing him. The Purge is going to land, and Bane coming in to reinforce. The Windrunner is here as well. Nice Shackle to come in from her, and this is going to allow the Night Stalker an easy escape and possibly a good engagement with the Black Hole, immediately getting cancelled by the Hex. And currently trying to right-click him down. Epicenter being completely wasted, not getting any members of Team Dara. It was a nice little engagement for them. They got a couple of kills, and they didn't lose anyone, but that might change. Disruption going to save him from the Fiend's Grip. Arrow coming in, barely missing, however. Blinking out to safety. Disruption, Blink Strike, Burrow Strike rather, to come in. The Power Shot takes up the kill on the Enigma. Shackle going to come in, not latching, however, but they're going to Tower Dive anyway. Void to land as well as the damage, and a nice Burrow Strike to come and pick them up. No Epicenter, however, going straight into the Sandstorm. Fisher to follow that up, and we might... Windrunner takes a fall, Malphas stun to land on the Night Stalker, and he's going to take a fall as well. The tower damage hitting him. A couple more right clicks will do it, and that's the Aegis of Immortality used. Bane is also very low on HP. They might want to pursue him. However, I think they're just going to go here on the Night Stalker. Sunstrike to come in, not doing much damage, getting split between several members. Burrow Strike missing, that the Fissure hits him. Sexy Bambo coming in, trying to block as well with the Blink. Hex to land there on the Earthshake. He's going to drop very rapidly. Malphas stun coming on the Night Stalker, but the damage is not enough. Sprout coming on the Enigma. No way of getting out. Arrow to coming in, hitting the Nature's Prophet. The right click damage on the Enigma as well as the Cold Snap is too much, and he rapidly takes a fall. Dara looking so strong, ladies and gentlemen. And this allows them free contestation of this middle tower. The fortification is going to pop. It's only going to delay them for the next couple of moments. The next creep wave is here. We have SK teleporting in. No, he's blinking away. Epicenter is still currently off cooldown, on cooldown, unfortunately. Disruption to come in there on the Night Stalker. But they don't have the team, they don't have the damage. They are unable to follow up on that disruption. And now it's night time. Middle Rax has fallen, and they're rotating to the top to take it down too. And there's very little that Mousesports can do about this thus far. Their spells are on cooldown. Hexaland on the Shadow Demon, he's going to take a fall very rapidly. The Forge Spirits and the right-click damage from the Invoker is too much for them to handle. Bane taking a couple of hits from the tower. He'll ultimately be fine. He'll just have to brain sap someone. It's an absolute life. It's the Black Hole's on cooldown. The Epicenter is off cooldown, however. This could potentially do a good bit of damage. However, the team of Dara are a little bit too alert. They will probably stun it as soon as it starts going off. Top Rax has fallen. Middle Rax has fallen. Now they're rotating to the bottom. The tower taking a full Blink to Echo Slam coming in as well as the Fisher, but Fiend's grabbed almost immediately. But the Epicenter coming in. The Night Stalker going to take a full. Burrow Strike going to come in as well. A lot of damage being dealt, but the Meteor being landed. Rana taking a lot of HP damage right there, but Ghost walking his way to safety. And currently force stuffing our way into position. The Enigma's going to get right-clicked to death. In it comes. Mirana's going to follow. Shackle leaping straight back into the Fountain. Disruption land here on the Invoker. Arrow to come in, just barely missing the Windrunner once again. The curse has landed on her as well. The Purge is hit too, but they don't have the damage or the heroes to follow up and attempt to kill her. GG, well played, coming out of the team of Mousesports, as the entire base of theirs is being completely decimated. The last 2 towers standing in protection of the Ancient are going to take a fall. Shadow Demon already disconnecting from the game. Bamboo being a little bit cheeky, indeed. And the Ancient will fall. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been your fantastic coverage of the Defense 2, brought to you and organized by joinDOTA, commentated by Toshley, and powered by Razor and BenQ. This has been Mousesports versus Dara in the group stages, with Dara taking the victory here in a very convincing and fairly rapid manner. Thank you for your time, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you next time.